The market chops around on CPI day, but did someone take the lead? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market needed to push up toward that 4180 to 4200 level and then pull back toward the 4100 level, and that's exactly what we saw. In the pre-market, the market spiked up to 4185 with the CPI data and then fell down towards 4103 before rebounding again. Now we have a bullish setup heading into today. The question is, will the bulls follow through? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before I jump into the charts, one housekeeping note. I do have a sick family member, so if I'm not on YouTube on any given day, that is why. There will be several nights that I may not be able to put out videos. Secondly, we're doing great things in the room. As you can see on the screen, people are doing well almost every day, and we are changing lives and changing trading habits and teaching people how to trade. So if you want to be part of that community, stay tuned for later in the video. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and I wanted to zoom out a little bit so we could kind of see the full structure off the top. We got that move that we called wave 3 up to 4200, 4207. And then we've been talking about this bigger ABC down that we got down to 4060. And then in yesterday's video, I told you we needed to extend up to complete this A wave higher of 5, okay, because it's playing out as a diagonal, and diagonals play out as ABCs. And that's what we saw. We saw them extend up here to about 4185 or so. And then we got the pullback we wanted for B, down to around 4100, and now the bulls have kind of a 1-2 setup for C here. So what we're looking at is a potential bullish setup, and our primary path right now is, actually I'm going to switch to the 5-minute chart so we can zoom in just a little here, but our potential off of the low here is that off of that B wave low, we have a wave 1 and potentially a wave 2 here. It's also possible that wave 1 ended up here, and we're pulling back now. But we potentially have a wave 1, 2, and then a 1, 2 set up to the downside, where we would look for wave 3 of 3 to take off to the upside. Now, if that's the case, okay, we're targeting about 4250 or so, and that will be just under 4,300. And given that this is playing out as a diagonal and some of the other things I talk about in my room with my team, there is some reason to believe we may come up just short of 4,300, but they can't extend wave 3s. They do it all the time. And if they do that, we can still hit that 4,300 target on the nose, or maybe a little higher. But right now, I would say 4,050 to 4,300 would be the landing area for this move up before we see the sharp sell-off after that in wave C. So if we zoom back out to the bigger picture, okay, what we're looking for overall is this C wave up to 4,300, which would complete a bigger B wave. So this would be wave 5, and this would complete our bigger B wave to the upside. If we get that, then we're looking for a C wave down, okay? So we get the move up here to the 4,300 area. Then we're looking for a bigger C wave down. And if it plays out as a C wave, okay, we should see a 5-wave structure that takes us down to the 29 to 2,500 area on the S&P 500. There is an alternate path that takes us to new all-time highs. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but this is the primary count for now. We're looking for a move up to that 4,250 to 4,300 zone, and then we're looking for a sharp sell-off down to at least 3,800, regardless of what count we're in. So that's what we're looking at on a little bit of a bigger picture scale, so that you kind of understand where we're headed and what's coming up next. Over on the NASDAQ, as you can imagine, very similar setup to the ES, as most of these markets trade in step. So off the high, we do have our A, B, C down for 4. And then we have our A wave up, our B wave down, and we're starting to build this C wave back up toward the 13,300 area. Could come in a little less than that, right at 13,000. But we do expect to push a little bit over 13,000 based on our target levels for this C wave higher. So they also have built a 1-2-1-2 setup, and they're sitting right below the pivot here. So the NASDAQ and ES are both sitting in bullish postures. Now, I didn't list the alternate count on the ES, but it'll be very similar to this one. We could see this move higher, retrace, okay, for a deeper wave 2 before we start higher, or we could see a deeper wave B before we start higher. I think it's unlikely we see a total sell-off just yet based on the overall structure off the top being very corrective. I do think we need one more high, and that is why that is the primary path. But we could sell off a little deeper in either a deeper wave 2 or a deeper wave B here, and that would be the same setup over on ES as well. Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. We just started our training courses, and our first one is our Elliott Wave for Beginners course that you can see on the screen. This is included in both memberships, as is any other training material we put out. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we're at in the counts and what we're expecting, as well as the training section you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are interested in day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We're looking for this bullish posture to play out and push higher. Our alternate path here while we're on the ES is that we could see a deeper wave 2 or a deeper B wave down before we see the move higher. Over on the NASDAQ, also looking for that breakout in the bullish posture toward the 13,000 area. However, we could see that deeper wave 2 or deeper B wave before we see the move higher. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.